The Nagasena Sutra, Chapter 7, His Conversion. Again, Nagasena had another teacher named Kavigupta, whose age was over 80. There was an Upasaka in the county who was wise and good, and who used to give alms to Kavigupta and his disciples daily. One day, Nagasena, taking the bowl, went to collect the alms, but his teacher asked him to fill his mouth with water, then to go to take the alms from the Upasaka's house. The Upasaka saw the young Nagasena, who was handsome, and whose behavior was far above the common people. He had heard of his reputation, and knew that he was of sharp intelligence and had a distinct ambition, as well as the ability of expounding the Dharma. The Upasaka, upon seeing Nagasena coming into his house, got up and bowed down with crossed hands, saying, "I have been offering alms to the Shramanas for a long time, and they usually come and preach me the Dharma. Today I beg you, Venerable Nagasena, please expound the Dharma to me and dispel my doubts." Nagasena thereupon thought to himself, "My teacher instructed me not to preach by filling my mouth with water. Now if I spit out the water to preach, it would be against my teacher's instructions. What should I do?" Then Nagasena thought again. The Upasaka is of intelligence and noble aspiration. If I preach the Dharma to him, he might enter the path. Thereupon Nagasena spat out the water, sat down, and gave a talk on the Dharma. If a person takes delights in giving and doing good deeds, and also observes moral precepts, he will live happily now, and will be reborn in the heavens after death. He will be a person of wisdom, intelligence, and wealth, and he will be reborn in the human world on descending from heaven. And thereafter he will not be reborn in hell, in the kingdom of hungry ghosts, or in the animal kingdom. But if a person does not observe the Dharma and precepts, he would suffer now in this world and in the next life, and will fall into the three evil realms without any opportunity of getting out. Nagasena knew that having heard the Dharma, the Upasaka was delighted in the heart. Therefore he again preached the profound teaching of the Buddha. Nothing in the world is permanent, anicca, and all will pass away. Therefore there is suffering, dukkha, when everything passes away or comes to an end. The physical bodies of people are the same. People in the world agree and say that my body will pass away, but myself, Pudgala, is going to remain or continue. Therefore they could not attain freedom, the liberated path of nirvana. This nirvana is the ultimate happiness without birth, old age, sickness, death, sorrow, grief, and all evils and sufferings are eliminated. After Nagasena had preached the Dharma, the Upasaka attained the first stage of the path, which is called the Shrotapanna, and Nagasena himself, too, had attained the path of Shrotapanna. The Upasaka was overjoyed, and served Nagasena with excellent and delicious food. Nagasena then told the Upasaka that the teacher's bowl should be filled with food first. After Nagasena had his meal and washed his mouth and hands, he took his teacher's bowl and returned to the monastery. His teacher saw the delicious food and said, "Today you have brought good food. You have violated the agreement of our people, and therefore you should be expelled from the Sangha." Nagasena was not happy and greatly worried about it. The teacher told Nagasena to meet all the bhikshus of the temple in the assembly. After all the bhikshus had assembled, his teacher said, "Nagasena has violated our agreement. We should expel him, and asked him not to stay among us." Asagutta gave a discourse on the Sutra of Parables and said, "It is like a person who has shot 2 targets with 1 arrow. Such a person should not be expelled. Nagasena has preached the Dharma, and as a result he has attained the path of Shrotapanna, and the Upasaka has also attained the path of Shrotapanna. Therefore such a person should not be expelled." Then Nagasena's teacher, Kapigupta, said, "Even if Nagasena has shot 100 targets with 1 arrow, he has still violated our agreement. We should not allow him to stay in the Sangha. If all others cannot attain the path like Nagasena, then there is no future. If Nagasena is not expelled, we cannot stop others who would imitate him in the future." The monks in the assembly were silent, and Nagasena was expelled according to his teacher's instruction. Then Nagasena prostrated before his teacher's feet and worshipped him, then paid respect to the Bhikshu Sangha.